Good morning, everyone. My name is Rebecca Mullins. I'm a clinical teaching assistant in the School of Nursing. I help in clinicals and also in the lab setting, but I also have the opportunity to organize the mission efforts of our school. So what I want to talk to you about this morning is some of the different opportunities that are going to be available for you guys. Some of these are going to be available very soon, and then some are going to be available as you progress through the nursing program. So I really wanted to be with you in person, but I am in Thomaso, Haiti right now while you guys are doing this chapel. So I hope you'll bear with me while we go through this PowerPoint together. The first opportunity I have to talk to you about is in Haiti. I don't know how many of you guys were able to hear Dr. Vanderpool talk last week, but we get to travel to Thomaso, Haiti, and work with the organization Live Beyond with the Vanderpool family. The picture here is our group who traveled last February, and you guys are going to have some opportunities coming up very soon to be able to go with us to Haiti. Haiti is just an hour and a half off of American borders. It's an hour and a half from Florida, and it is by many accounts the poorest country in the world, but it is most definitely the poorest country in the Western Hemisphere. So let that sink in for just a minute. The poorest country in the Western Hemisphere is an hour and a half off the borders of the richest country in the world. That's not the way things are supposed to be. That's just an absolute travesty that occurs. What you see in this picture is very much what typical Haiti looks like. Tin shacks, people who have dirt floors, who do not have enough food, who do not have clean water. The poorest of the poor is what are the people who you will be serving when you go to Haiti. As Dr. Vanderpool shared in chapel last week, he and his wife Laurie have been living in Haiti since 2013. They've been doing medical missions for many, many years and have worked in a lot of different places in the world. But after the earthquake in Haiti in 2010, that's where they began focusing the majority of their attention. Dr. Vanderpool was a trauma surgeon in Texas, and then when they moved to Tennessee, he opened an aesthetics clinic, which helped to fund his mission efforts. So I like to think that the Vanity in Nashville, where people were getting their Botox and Juvederm, helped to fund the mission efforts around the world and helped to take care of the poor in Haiti as well. They live in Thomaso, Haiti, which is about 20 miles outside of Port-au-Prince, and that's where we get to go and serve. So what do you do when you go on a trip to Haiti and participate in a mission with Live Beyond? One of the big things that we get to do is to participate in the medical clinic there on the Live Beyond grounds. If you guys travel with us, you will be able to sit with doctors or sit with nurses and treat patients as they come in with a wide variety of ailments and illnesses. You also be able to spend some time in the skincare clinic where you're actually able to clean wounds and heal skin ailments that might be going on with them. You also have the opportunity to observe in the OB clinic. They have a thriving OB clinic that's run by the Haitians, and you may have the opportunity to observe in there as well. We also have the opportunity to go out into the community every afternoon and visit with people who are part of the at-risk program. These are individuals who have been recognized as most vulnerable for neglect. Most of these people are disabled, so we go out into the community just to check on them, make sure they don't have any medical needs that need to be met, give them food, and show them the love of Jesus. The other part of these trips that we get to participate in is with the Que Petit Monde program. This is the Heart of the Children, is what that translates to. This is a program where they bring about 120 kids to their camp every single day for feeding and for nutrition and for education. They do a Bible lesson with them every day when they come, and it's been really fun to get to see these kids grow and change and develop as they finally have a little bit better foundation of nutrition in their systems, and as they have some people who are really spending time with them one-on-one, teaching them some education lessons. We've seen amazing growth in these kids already just in the short time that this program has been going on. And what we will get to do with the kids is to teach them some very basic health lessons. That is going to be a requirement of these trips, is that you will help to create a simple health lesson that you'll teach to the kids. We'll do this in small group format, probably where they rotate to different stations to hear the lessons, and then hopefully they'll be able to turn around and teach these lessons to their families and friends. The little boy that you see in the picture with me, his name is Janelle. I saw him in clinic about a year and a half ago, and he was 6 years old and he weighed 23 pounds. To put that into perspective, my kids, when they were around a year old, weighed way more than 23 pounds. He was tiny, tiny. So on the trip following that trip, I was looking for him. I was showing his picture. I was trying to figure out what happened to him because I really did not think there was any way he could survive, and nobody seemed to know what had happened to him. They said they recognized him, but they didn't know what happened to him. And so on the trip after that, the trip following that, I was standing in a community just outside the Live Beyond camp where we stay, and I turned to my left, and Janelle was standing right beside me. He had survived. I figured out later that his brother is one of the kids who is in the Kepu Timon program. And so hopefully with some of the help that his brother is getting with food that comes home to the family and with nutrition, hopefully that's going to trickle down to Janelle. And I would love to see Janelle be able to join the Kepu Timon program when he is of age. He's a little bit too young right now. But he's been one of my most recent God stories in Haiti. He was a neat little fella. When we travel in Haiti, we stay in a guest house. It's dormitory style with bunk beds and community bathrooms. We do have a running clean. When we travel in Haiti, we stay in a guest house. It's dormitory style with bunk beds and community bathrooms. We do have running clean water, and we do have electricity there in the guest house. They do provide 2 meals a day, and then all of your transportation is provided once you're in country in trucks and buses. One of the things I really appreciate about Live Beyond is their spiritual focus. In the morning, we get to have devotional time with our group, and then we get to worship with the Haitians before their day begins. They have a worship time every day before the work ends with all of their Haitian staff, which is a really neat time. And then we also get to have some debriefing time at the end of the day where we talk about things we've experienced. The picture that you see here is the clinic where we will be serving patients during the week. The cost to travel to Live Beyond is $11.50. That is the Live Beyond fee. That covers your food, your lodging, and your transportation once you are in Haiti. You will also have to book your flight once you have registered and once you've been given the instructions to do so. And the flight costs around $700 to $900. The only other money that's needed is on the days of travel for your food, and they do have a little souvenir shop if you would want a t-shirt or a trinket from their souvenir shop while you're there. But that's really the only money that you would need in addition to what's listed here. So here are the dates when we are going to be traveling to Haiti. The first one is January 7th through the 13th, which is why I so desperately wanted to talk to you guys today, because January is right around the corner. You can see the deadline for registering for this trip is September the 23rd because of our quick turnaround. We're also going to travel again in May 27th through June the 2nd, and the deadline for registering for that trip will be December the 9th. I'm going to open up 5 spots on the January trip for the pre-nursing majors, so that would be you guys, the freshmen and sophomores, and then I will open up probably 3 spots on that May trip for you guys. So I encourage you, if you are interested at all in traveling to Haiti with us on either of those times, to go ahead and get your application in to us. We also travel to Guatemala every year to work with Health Talents International. Now, this is a trip that is strictly for our incoming senior students, but if this is a trip you're interested in, you can kind of keep that in the back of your head as you progress through nursing school. But we travel in July of every year, and we are allowed to take 5 students. And these are surgical missions, so we are taking care of patients before, during, and then the majority of what we do is after surgery. We take care of them afterwards until they're ready to go home. So just keep that Guatemala trip in your mind if you think that's something you might be interested in. It's a great ministry where we get to serve right alongside the Guatemalans. We also try to find opportunities in Abilene, and we send groups to help with the health fairs at City Square in Dallas. So know that those sorts of opportunities will be on the horizon for you guys as well as you get into the nursing program and as you progress through your junior and senior year. So why in the world would we take the time and the energy and the money and the effort to go on a trip like this, or to reach out beyond ourselves and serve those in our communities or those on the other side of the world? God makes it very clear that He is very serious about how Christians treat the poor. In James 1:27, He tells us that religion that God our Father accepts as pure and faultless is this: to look after orphans and widows in their distress. He expects us to look after those who cannot look after themselves. Jeremiah 22:16, He defended the cause of the poor and the needy, and so all went well. Is that not what it means to know me, declares the Lord? To know God is to defend the cause of the poor and needy. That's a very high calling, and that's something we need to take very seriously. And then Matthew 25:40, Jesus tells us that truly I tell you, whatever you did for one of the least of these brothers and sisters of mine, you did for me. So whether you are serving the poor in Abilene, Texas, or whether you are serving the poor in Tamazo, Haiti, anything that you do for the least of these, you're doing for Jesus. When you are on your hands and knees washing the feet of the people waiting to be seen in clinic in Tamazo, Haiti, you're washing the hands and the feet of Jesus. It's a very high calling, and it's a very important topic to God that we reach out and that we take care of the poor, take care of those who can't take care of themselves. So what now? Now that we've talked about all of these things, now that you've heard about your opportunities, what should you do? The first thing I need you to do, that I need you to promise me that you will do if you are going to consider going on a trip like Haiti, is to pray about it. When you go on a trip like this, you need to go with the right motivations. You need to go with the right frame of mind and the right frame of heart. So please be in prayer about these opportunities before you go. Talk to your families, talk to your friends. There are lots of people on campus who've been to live before and who have traveled, and certainly talk to those people as well. And like I said before, I'd be happy to answer any questions that you might have regarding these trips. Also, check out the website for Live Beyond. They have lots and lots of good information on there, and that will be a good reference for you too. The next thing you would need to do is to fill out the required application and the reference forms. Those are going to be sent to you, and I'll spell out the specific instructions on how to fill those out in the email to you guys. But fill that out, and then you'll go through an interview process with me, and then I'll have you apply online with Live Beyond. Once you do sign up with Live Beyond online, they will require around a $200 deposit to hold your spot, and that will be due a few weeks after you sign up online, so just be aware that that would be coming. And also talk to your professors. If you're a student who is already struggling academically, or you're really concerned about missing the week before the semester begins, you've really got to take that into consideration and to really think about if this is going to be the trip for you. I really do appreciate you guys taking the time to listen to me this morning. I know this wasn't ideal for me to do it via PowerPoint instead of in person, but I appreciate your time and your attention, and I'll be looking for your applications. I look forward to some of you guys traveling with us in the near future.